Racing Live. What is going on, everybody? Hey! Hey! It has been a hell of a week. So you may have noticed I didn't stream last week, and I also didn't upload a video. Had a stomach bug last week. About Sunday night at like 11 p.m. Straight through until about 5 p.m. Monday. Like just every half hour my head was in a bucket. The worst day of my life, actually. So, didn't eat anything for that day, obviously. Barely was alive on Tuesday. Didn't feel like streaming Wednesday. And then, you know, being bedridden like that, wasn't able to wrap up editing on the final video from Charlotte. So I still got to do that, actually. But, yeah. My life was hell last week. I'm all better now, thankfully. And, no one else in my family seemed to have gotten it that terribly as well, so, eventful couple days in my household. Oh, that wasn't the headset. So I got cores, classic cores this week. I also went through the video, the replay of the live stream last week. I thought I did pretty well adjusting the audio balancing from when I tested it, but watching the video back, it was pretty obvious the music was still a little too loud in the background, so I toned it down another hair today. Hopefully it's a little bit better. It's supposed to be background noise, right? You don't want it over blaring. That's all behind the scenes stuff. How was everyone else last week? Our first full week now without any dirt racing. There was still the Turkey Derby down in Wall Stadium for the pavement guys, but our gobbler at Accord Speedway was rained out. So that's it for the 2024 vlogs, right? Obviously besides the Charlotte one, the last Charlotte one. And that's it for attending races in 2024. And man, it was another fun year. I did this last year. I made a like a thank you video, like a looking back on the year to recap. I plan on doing that again to this year. Probably come out next week if I could finish up with Charlotte this week. Hopefully that could go live Saturday. It's going to be a quicker video, that one. And when you watch it, you'll find out why. But that's it for racing this year. So now we just hunker down in our household and I guess just kind of look forward to Christmas. Bill, were you a good boy this year? Are you on the nice list? Of course not. He's a Ford guy. Come on. Come on now. So behind the scenes, I guess instead of editing the video, I was doing a little bit of pre-planning for the off-season shenanigans. Got a couple videos planned. Actually gonna... Well, I tried to do some of these last year, right? And I just wasn't really happy with how the videos turned out, so I didn't post a lot of them. So I don't want to... I kind of like know what to look for more going into this year. And I got my whiteboard of ideas back there. That's why I keep looking at it. You guys can't see it, hopefully. But yeah, it should be some good videos, some exploring the Northeast stuff, some race rewatches. Of course, we did the Super DIRTcar Series one last year. A lot of people seem to like that one, so I'll do that again. and maybe some editing, live streams, and just, come hang out, chill, even more than what this live stream normally is. So I think what I'll do, I'll jump in now to, if you missed the stream, not last week, but 2 weeks ago, I tried doing a little bit of a, I don't want to say newsroom type thing, but just relaying some of the major storylines that came out around, the area auto racing news and track and team Facebooks and, the major storylines that you might have missed if you're not chronically online like me. So, I had fun doing it. Hopefully it was a little entertaining. And again, hopefully the background audio is a little bit quieter this time around. But hopefully you could tell I'm stalling just a little bit so that more people can come in here before I hit go, but I think we're just about at that time anyway. Also, while I was setting up this live stream, I should have done like a Christmas lights thing, like around the border, or like make the O in Tom into like a Christmas wreath or something, or like really get into the December festivities and not just me wearing my Patent Tommy Santa Claus Christmas hat. Yeah. Another battle in the war at Malta has been won by the Gearheads. Another town meeting was held earlier this week regarding the rezoning of the racetrack into a new area for apartments and townhouses to be built. The 5 town board members were held to a vote, with the result of 2 in favor, 2 against, and 1 abstained. The vote needed 3 in favor in order to pass. This means, as of now, the prospective buyer has not formally submitted a planned proposal to the board, and the issue of rezoning will no longer be brought to the town again until this proposal is submitted. Albany-Saratoga will celebrate 60 years of racing in 2025. So this has been an ongoing battle to save the Albany-Saratoga Speedway. The owner apparently has a handshake deal with someone who plans to knock the track down and build apartments. If you watched my Albany-Saratoga video earlier this year, this would be a story you should be well rehearsed with. But the town of Malta itself is not too fond on that idea, and as of right now, the town board members have voted against this idea. And I didn't include it here, but I did read somewhere that, I forget who, it was someone either from Vermont or someone from Connecticut is interested in buying Albany-Saratoga Speedway and keeping it a racetrack. So it is just a rumor that I've seen floating around. There's no names, there's no real legitimacy to this, but if it is a way out for the current owner and for us to keep it a racetrack, hopefully that plan can go through and we can save the oh man, what's the nickname for Albany? Oh man, I'm forgetting. It's not the Racetrack of Heroes, unless it is. Albany-Saratoga Speedway. We got some good news. Which one do I want to go to next? Let's do Cornwall. I gotta remember how to do this. I take 1 week off and it's like you forget everything. The text is a little bit blurry here, but hopefully you guys can still read it. Major news out of Canada last week: the Cornwall Motor Speedway, located in Ontario, has renewed its agreement with DIRTcar to be an official DIRTcar sanctioned racetrack. This comes after the news that the World of Outlaw Sprint Car Series will be making a return to the Great White North with a stop at the track for the first time since 2014. On top of that, the track also announced that the Super DIRTcar Series will host a race Sunday, June 29th, meaning that the Speedway will be switching sides from the Short Track Super Series to the Super DIRTcar Series in 2024. They also announced that they're in the process of adding a small block, sportsman, and pro stock series date as well to their schedule. As I was putting together this little news briefing, a part of me wanted to think that the track already wasn't DIRTcar sanctioned and that they were more aligned towards Brett Deyo and the Short Track Super Series, because in 2024, earlier this year, the STSS did host a race at this track, and off the top of my head, it was actually a pretty good one. But yeah, it looks like they're crossing the lines in the sands to go from Brett Deyo's sail panels to the Beast of the Northeast and the Super DIRTcar Series. And it's also very cool that they're looking to add not only small block but pro stock and sportsman races as well, the series sportsman races, because they do have all of these classes already on their weekly racing program. Wow, that is blurry text. I'm so good at this. The Selinsgrove Speedway, or the Selinsgrove Speedway. I've heard both pronunciations. I'm really not sure which one is right anymore. Selinsgrove Speedway and its fans can breathe easier with the announcement of the takeover by the new Snyder County Dirt Group, a new group of promoters who have a strong personal ties with the Speedway. The three main faces of this new group are Paula Schick, Jenna Mowry, and Colin Rice. I butchered every single one of those names. The group has publicly stated that they're working closely with Port Royal and Clinton County Speedway to avoid any major scheduling clashes. They've also stated that they're looking to schedule a 23-race calendar for 2025, beginning on April 11th with a race they're dubbing the Grand Reopening. This was also a track that was featured on the Super DIRTcar Series schedule earlier this year, and you really can't see any of that. This was posted to their Facebook, where I took the screenshot, and clearly transferring it over to my streaming software did not keep a high enough resolution. This was a track that in 2023 was on the Short Track Super Series schedule, switched over to the Super DIRTcar Series earlier this year, and then in midsummer there was a lot of announcements that the current promoter was struggling financially with paying some of the series and the racers and drivers and teams who participated at the track. So there was a lot of talk this off-season about the track maybe folding, or at least taking an off year until some of the debt was settled. But this new group has stepped up with the funds, paid off all the debts, and are now looking to be real strong promoters for this racetrack, which is really good to see. I've seen a lot of people talk online very passionately about this racetrack, located in central Pennsylvania. It was also originally going to be on the PA Speed Week 410 Sprint Car mini series, I guess you could call it, but that the schedule, or the Selinsgrove date, was dropped from that. So they will still be hosting 410 races though, nearly every week for you PA Posse fans. And what did I say? 23? 23 race calendar. That's very healthy. That's very, very healthy. So Central PA, you guys got another great racetrack to look forward to going next year. One last thing I want to touch base on. There it is. I mentioned last week how the Penn-Can Speedway was technically Pennsylvania's first race for 2025. The Utica Rome Speedway in Vernon, New York has announced its first official race of 2025. Just like Pennsylvania's Penn-Can Speedway, New York will be getting its very own New Year's Day dirt endurance race. This race will be a 100-lap challenge that pays $500 to the winner. The race is open to any 3, 4, 5, 6, or 8-cylinder sedans, coupes, hatchbacks, station wagons, light-duty trucks, and minivans. All cars must be front-wheel drive, and this is my favorite part of the rulebook. Racers cannot be race cars. They must be purpose-built for the daily driver. Pit gates open at 9, grandstands at 11. Racing begins at noon. Probably not one I personally will be able to go to, just like Penn-Can Speedway, but if you are in the area and you want to get some gear racing dirt track action in early, highly recommend checking this one out. Endurance racing with 4 cylinders and, you know, small cars, compact cars if you want to call it that. Always fun to watch, always enjoyable. These guys do not care about saving their equipment. It may be a 100-lap race. They're going to treat it like it is a 2-lap race. And that's all I got for news briefings for this week. There is some other stuff I'd like to touch on. New Egypt, Hamlin Speedway, some of the other stuff. But we could save that for next week. See the screen? Yeah, it's the screen. There's something about Wednesdays that just make me so tired for some reason. So because racing is just about, it's not just about, it is wrapped up here in the Northeast for a while. I'm probably going to be switching these live streams from Wednesday to Saturday. And I'll probably also bump up the start time from like 7 to maybe 3 or 4. It's just a little bit easier, to be honest. Especially me, because I, feel like I have to rush home from work and prepare everything. And if I could just easily relax Saturday morning, get everything set up, maybe bring some more energy into this stuff than what I normally do now. And as tradition, I still have some race highlights we could watch. I still have 7 lined up actually from this year that we haven't watched on stream yet. So what I think I'll do, I'll probably split this in half for half this week, half next. I'm looking at the Eastern States 100 and 200 lap races, as well as the Monster Bash modified feature from Thunder Mountain. And then next week we have the 3 feature races from Charlotte, as well as a feature race from BAPS Motor Speedway. So let me kill this. Let me kill that. Let me give it one of these. Bang. Make sure nothing broke. And let's just jump into it. Since we get through the sponsors. So please let me know if the audio is a little too low now, or if anything needs to be balanced or not. I'm going to turn it up on my end here. On the gas, and we are officially underway with the Eastern States 100. Dropping the green flag is going to be the number 16 car on Daniel Green mount. So of course I was at this race, filming my own video here. Didn't get a chance to watch these official highlights, so I might learn something. Ooh. I might learn something that I didn't know while at the track. This time, lap number 1 going up into light board, and it's being attributed to Danny Creighton. Picks up that first lap worth of money. Danny Creighton leads lap number 1. Battle is on for spot number 2 as the 21A Creighton goes on by the 9 has to match up a little bit farther. Coming out of third number 4 this time. Creighton fires again, bringing us back to green flag. Race the action down the straightaway. Outside lane is open for the number 9 car, Matt Shepard. Inside lane, guy trying to make the advancement right now is Kid Rock and Alex Jankowski down the back straightaway onto the inside, side by side. 3 cars racing for spot number 2. Aussie himself, Peter Britton, having spot number 2 all himself. It is a bevy of horsepower right there in his tail. Off of turn number 4, Shepard keeps it up on the high side as he battles with Jankowski. That time Shepard has the spot by nose. He continues to work through the middle. I remember Jankowski had a really, really good long run race car in this race. He did not set this thing up for the short runs. Position number 3 is Creedon and Britton. Your top 2 cars kind of check out on this battle, but now Shepard. But of course the top 3 just seemed a little too strong. Still too strong. The second place running, Peter Britton. Watch him right now. Britton's on the outside. Creedon's on the inside. Down the back straightaway. Creedon fighting through lap traffic.
Britain's all over him like a buzzard on roadkill. Here comes the 84 car of Kid Rocket. They are all nose and tail right through lap traffic.
Still love Timbits.
Exciting!
Off of Ford, Creed nearly put the left front up into the Jersey barrier. Now Jankowski gets a look to the inside of Britain. This is the race for the runner-up spot as they battle in traffic. Side by side off of turn number 2. Britain hanging tough, but Jankowski gets the launch off the turn. Alex Jankowski now into the runner-up position. Shepard looking to go by Britain as well.
This is what I mean. He was just really, really strong. Jankowski was going through the lapped cars and just carving up his own lane to get around them. Where it seemed like Creed and Shepard, Williamson, they all kind of struggled a little bit to get by the slowers.
Sets the pace roll. We got a turn number 4. Creed back in command of the drive right now, and Jankowski decides to stay up the outside. Jankowski's going to try and get the upper hand in the drag race. Creed down to turn number 2, but Creed's alive and well on the inside. Bottom side opens up.
Whoa, he pinched him.
Down the back straightaway. Enter Matt Shepard, enter Matt Williamson. 4 cars as Jankowski grabs the number 1 spot. Wow, baby, this is great racing. Jankowski's got his hands full. Williamson second. Creed back to third. Shepard looking his chops at 4th.
And Creedon's car just got away from him towards the end of the race.
He was well in control of this event, and now Jankowski goes by.
I don't know if he just didn't save his tires or if he started getting a little bit of mechanical issues, but second half of the race was definitely not as strong as the first half for Danny Creedon in that 16 car.
Down across the stripe this time, Kid Rocket out of Covington Township, Pennsylvania. Alex Jankowski, going to be around 18 or 19 years of age right now. Very well-versed family in stock car excitement here in the Northeast. Down the back straightaway, Williamson comes on strong. Williamson down the back straightaway, entering turn number 3 and 4. Jankowski sees him. Williamson stays in it a little bit longer down there at 3 and 4. And he will come on turn number 4 this time. And Williamson, beep, bye-bye. He's your new race leader.
It is a dogfight, and now it's going to get even more complicated as we got a couple of cars in the back, side by side in front of this race. Back
markers will decide the outcome of that battle for the number 4 spot. Goes back up.
I'm actually surprised how much I remember from this race, because it was like almost 2 months ago at this point.
And 2 lanes of lap traffic in front of him as they battle it out down the back straightaway. Perego takes the high road past Creed, but he's still behind a lap car. It's going to shake things up a little bit right now. Creed right back down to the inside, but he's going to have to follow Perego out of the turn. And Perego has picked up now that number 4 spot. Creed back to spot number 5.
Oh man, I remember this.
All right, let's see if we have a replay on it. And here's Mark coming off. Oh, we got it. There it is, right where it comes off, and his car went right over that tire, and that's what caused him to get upside down.
Tire went rolling off into the moonlight.
His team wasn't able to put the right rear tire on before he drove away. Johnson tried to get out of the pits quickly before he went down a lap to the pace car, and that's what happens. That's the result.
Yellow. Okay, maybe not. He'll drive away into his own power.
Well, he kept moving, so we'll keep going.
Thought we see yellow with August's car on the back straightaway, but nope, it's all clear right now. He figured I'll fend for myself. Down the back straightaway. It's going to be Matt Williamson back in command of the drive right now. Williamson shows the way. Watch Perego up on the outside. Perego moving some high side maneuvers on the speedway. Down the stripe we come this time. Williamson, Jankowski, Perego, Shepard, and Britton, and followed by Creed, Dipple, Willix, Danny Johnson, and Bobby Henschel.
Anthony Perego is on the move. He is trying
for right there on his heels with a little bit of a lap traffic infection really sprinkled in between.
Ooh, there was a little contact between Jankowski and the 4 ride. They got together there. Oh, look at this battle. Right in traffic. Perego trying to thread that. He's going to lube up both sides to get through this one. He'll go by the 4. And now he look to get by Smith here as they go into turn number 1. Wow, what a move there by Anthony Perego to keep Shepard behind him. Now Shepard makes it 3 wide off of turn 2.
Shepard can be the meat sandwich down back literally right now in the number 9 car. Got a lap car off to the left of them. They go strong in turns number 3 and 4. Watching down the back straightaway. It is still going to be Shepard, just a notch behind Perego, just a notch behind Kid Rocket, Alex Jankowski. The Napa team cars, the Jankowski Racing Club right now. Jessica Friesen getting the ride, the black number 84 car. Kid Rocket, Alex is in the Napa Auto Parts 84 wide. They're about to put a lap on their team car with Jessica Friesen at the controls. First time she's ever driven this car.
Doing a nice job holding their own out there. Doesn't have a lot of laps here in Orange County, but off of corner number 2. Now Shepard has cleared the 4 of Perego to put Shepard back on the podium.
I don't remember this battle at all.
Perego now going to get down to the inside lane, follow Shepard through the corner. You get kind of in that catbird seat. You know, you see a lot of passes where the guy makes a mistake in traffic. And that opens the door, and that kind of was the situation there. Perego not able to work through traffic quite as well as Matt Shepard. Now Shepard.
All right.
There we go. See, a little extra goes a long way.
Yep, a little scare in the classroom right there.
I do remember that. Both Yankowski and Williamson can jump in the restarts. So they threatened to put them both back one row. And then, you know, you could see they pulled their head out of their ass.
He's back up to the outside, battling for the number 2 spot. Can they take that battle right up to the tail side of the Ibach number 6 car with Matt Williamson at the helm?
So Williamson leads at Shepard now. Second, Yankowski back to third. Britton up to the number 4 spot. Then we'll have the number 4 star of Anthony Perego completing the top 5. Through 3 and 4. Off the corner he comes. Matt Williamson. One more 5/8 mile here at the Orange County Fair Speedway, and Matt Williamson will again be an Eastern States 358 modified feature winner off of turn number 2, final time down the back straightaway.
All right, Matt Williamson down the back straightaway with a big gap of space between Matt and Shepard, the number 2 spot. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Eastern States Hauser Brothers Mechanical 100. Make the check payable to Mega Money, Matt Williamson. Williamson with a $10,000 paycheck. Matt Shepard will be second. Third's going to be Alex Yankowski. Fourth is Peter Britton. Fifth is Perego.
And I said this last week. Williamson has done something incredible with that small block program.
Eastern States 100 feature winner, Money Matt Williamson.
I love it. I mean, in terms of small blocks, you know, people say it's Williamson, Shepard, Friesen. The big three, the big 3 names that are always running for wins. I honestly think in small blocks, it's just Williamson, and it's not even close. But let's move on straight to the 200-lap big block race from the next day.
Finest dirt track stock car warriors are about to go 200 laps, $22,000, thousands and thousands of dollars with a lap prize sponsorship which you have brought to the field. Here we come. The United Rentals 200 is now underway.
Field into turns 1 and 2 are here on lap number 1. It's going to be Matt Shepard from the pole, jumping out to the top spot. 3 wide back behind him. Matt Williamson, Peter Britton. Work down along the 2 of Jack Laners. They go into 3 and 4. And here comes Williamson. Williamson way up on the outside. He's making moves here on the opening circuit.
All right, lap number 1 is now in the books. Super Matt Shepard aboard that Berlin Auto and Speed for the car is now into the race lead. Anthony Perego, the 1 car, the 4 car, now in slot number 2. The 4 car. Perego knows he's back there. Perego occupies the outside lane of the speedway, trying to hold on to slot number 2. Here they come into turn number 4, and Williamson back on the drive on the inside, side by side. They tried to block the share of real estate. And
Shepard jumped the cushion. Shepard jumped the cushion.
Oh, the humanity! Shepard went wide. Was he texting? What happened?
Was he texting?
Yeah, Shepard got over the cushion.
Oh, I love Timbits.
The wall with the right rear of the number 9S. That allows Perego and Williamson to drive on by. And so now
I remember I was losing my shit at this point in the stands. If you're new, I'm a Perego guy. You know, I've watched him come through the ranks year after year here at Orange County every week. So he won me over. But yeah, he multi-time track champion at Orange County, 0 Eastern States wins. You know he's going to break through at one point. And at this point, I thought this was going to be the night.
And he does so down the back straightaway. No lap traffic between the top 2 navigators down the back straightaway. And It's going to be getting up to the outside. Shepard in lap traffic behind Cody Higbee for second. And Matt Williamson, look at his chops back there in spot number 3. 3 cars locked in lap traffic. Low on a turn number 4. Down across the stripe they travel this time.
Into turns 1 and 2, Perego drifts up. Shepard follows Higbee. Perego then comes off the middle groove. You'll get behind the Higbee number 51. Shepard going to try to do the same down here in turns 3 and 4.
He still has not picked it up. Now Perego's back by him.
Williamson jumps the cushion.
Williamson went too wide again. Up against the concrete. And lost the number 2 spot. Lost 1 and 2. Shepard's on the outside. Williamson's back on the inside. Don't quite know if there's a handling issue, if there's a tire issue, but for about the 10th time, he went too high in turn number 2, and she whitewashed up against the masonry.
So while these two have been battling it out, Matt Shepard and Matt Williamson, the number 4 of Anthony Perego has been able to kind of run away and hide here. So Perego opening up the gap, nearly a 2-second, making it over 2-second advantage for the driver of the Kaiser Aluminum Wheels number 4. Now he goes to work on the 101 of Bentley Powell Jr.
All right, back to business. Here we come. Green on lap number 55. It's going to be the end. Man, back up in control of the drive down the home straightaway. Shepard makes a move to the outside of Williams at that time. Shepard's on the outside, and here comes Jankowski. Whoa, for Stuart Friesen. He did the same thing that Shepard did a while ago. Back down the straightaway. He's got to regain composure. He'll travel down for turn number 3 and 4.
That's right, Jankowski was in the 66 at this one. I totally forgot about that.
But it's all Perego down the straightaway. Hold on, and he doesn't know what's happening behind him. Really is not here to find out. Shepard second, Jankowski third, Williamson fourth, Britton fifth, Stuart Friesen back to spot number 6 as they travel down Backstretch Boulevard this time. Here comes Williamson on the inside of Jankowski. Williamson shoehorns his way down to the inside, but Kid Rocket says, "What? No, you don't." Holds on to that number 3 spot. Williamson all over him, drag racing down across the punch this time. Williamson
got the lead when Shepard got up into the wall. Now he continues to work through the middle.
Lap traffic. Lap traffic. Beads of sweat on the Ant-Man's brow. They come up against Mikey Edwards' 22 car. And Shepard stuck his nose in there and showed a couple of nostrils to the 4 car on Perego. It's going to get exciting.
25 laps from the halfway point of this one. Here comes Matt.
Oh man, Shepard threw it in there.
Inside, took a look, couldn't get it done. He's got the Schultz 24 in his preferred line. Now off of 4, Shepard does get it done. Matt Shepard to the race lead on lap number 76.
76 laps into the book, and Super Matt Shepard is now your
Yeah, at this point, Perego just could not get through the lap traffic at all.
Able to take the spot away.
I don't know if he just had the wrong tire compounds, or again, maybe he just burned them up running too early, running too hard, too early.
Friesen hops the cushion.
Didn't know Friesen hit the wall.
Into the wall. He was running at spot number 4. Friesen now going to fall all the way back to spot number 6. But up front, it's still Matt Shepard in the 9S. The 4 of Anthony Perego in second. Matt Williamson third. Alex Jankowski in position number 4. Peter Britton fifth. But Britton, he is being challenged to get by that 44 of Stuart Friesen. And we've got yellow on the speedway.
Caution lights have been turned down, set to go back to business. 82 laps, 18 laps away for the fuel stop. Here they come on a turn number 4. Shepard quickly back up to the hunch right now. Down across the strike.
So I'm surprised they didn't show this, but, or maybe it was like right now. It definitely didn't happen yet. Never mind. Never mind. I'll shut up. I'll shut up.
He goes into turn number 3 and 4. He's up onto the outside of Shepard. Perego's making a all wide swing to the lineup. And that cost him a couple feet to the lineup right now. He'll move it back. So as Mike said, Dipple's been making tracks after that quick
There it is, yeah.
Pit stop. He turned the nuts in the right direction. And a flat rear tire for Stewie Friesen. Whoopsie daisy.
So I guess him hitting the wall is why the tire went down, because, like I said, I didn't know he hit the wall. Where I normally sit, coming out of turn 4, it's like really hard to see, not only because of the overhang from the main grandstands, but also just a quarter mile of dust basically is what you're looking through. It's the one bad thing about where I sit at this track, in the turn 1 stands.
outside of the speedway aboard the Mini Salerno Kaiser aluminum wheels, number 4 car. They're going to tussle it out. They're going to drag race down across the straight. They are fighting for spot number 1. Borrego's got the upper hand, but he's way up against the Mason area on turn number 2 down the back straightaway. The drag race is on, and Borrego grabs the lead, snatches it from the sweaty little palms of Matt Shepard. All right, here we go.
Why did you say that? Why did you say that? Okay, so this was after the halftime break. So they didn't show any of the pit stops. Okay. That's weird because the pit stops was like the critical point of the race. Because Friesen had to stop a couple laps earlier with that flat tire. He stayed out while everyone pitted for refueling and tires. So he kind of passed them with strategy. And then no one else was able to re-catch him. So the pit stops was the reason he went to the front, and you know, while he eventually goes on to win this race. And kind of surprised they didn't show that. That could have been a rub railer or a rail rubber, but Stuart Friesen is your new race leader right now after 105 laps, driving by Tyler Dipple, the American Electric. Then I do remember this. The second half of the race kind of just wasn't that good. When you give everyone the opportunity to pit at the exact same time, there really is no strategy involved anymore in the long distance racing. And I've said this through, you know, the Fonda 200, the Fulton 200, every race basically, every long distance race. And I'll always say this: I do not like competition cautions or planned pit stops and all of that. Kind of ruins it, because hey, of course everyone's going to put on hard tires at the exact same point. Look at how smooth this track is. Like, what's the strategy?
TBD running in spot number 12. So Friesen now lapping up almost to the top 10 like we saw last night with Matt.
If I owned a racetrack, let me tell you. Ooh, let me tell you. Ooh, he gets into Tanner. A short stater. Leader goes into lap traffic. Yeah, I mean, they basically skipped 75 laps.
Yes, the go-ahead mark out across the straight. He kicks him in. Matt Williams is right there to the inside. Williams is down low, but Shepard's on the wild side. Motor got to turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Friesen waves bye-bye.
So Friesen keeps the top spot. Shepard tried to roll the middle. Now they're working down into 3 and 4. What does Friesen do? Does he go higher?
There's the big 3 in the top 3.
He's done attempting the fade up there. Somebody's up there, though, off of turn 4. That is the 66, Alex Inkowski. Inkowski working on the Jack Lehner number 2L. But I believe at this point, only the top 5 drivers are on the lead lap. Stuart Friesen, Matt Shepard, Matt Williams, Anthony Borrego, Alex Inkowski. That's it for
Go down, and Mark Johnson in 4th row, and Lombardo and Reimert in spot number 5, row number 5. Here they come on a turn number 4 this time. Back to green flag racing we go. Only 10 laps left of the United Rentals 200. Friesen down to the inside, he travels this time. Shepard cannot build up the Schwab to get by as they work down to the inside. 3 wide for spot number 2.
Whoa, Shepard. Oh boy.
Spot. He'll stay up high. Here comes Williamson down low. Williamson makes a move for the number 3 spot against Borrego. Wheel to wheel, they race on a turn number 4. Whop, baby, it's going to get good with just 9 laps left to go.
So 9 to go. Next time around, you will see the white flag.
All right, time coming down right now. We've got 5/8 of a mile on the burner for the running of the 2024 Eastern States United Rentals 200. Friesen tucks it in nice and low, going into turn number 1. Traveling on a turn number 2 right now down the back straightaway. No more motors in his helmet. He knows the lap car's right there behind him. Ladies and gentlemen, make the check for $22,000. Make it payable to Stuart Friesen. Friesen for the win. Shepard is going to be second. Borrego third. Williams at fourth. Jankowski fifth. And later, the last car in the lead lap for slot numero 6. He gets set to hop out of the office. Been behind the desk for quite some time. Climbs up the car. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the United Rentals Eastern States 200, Stewie Friesen. And Parker waving that checkered flag. Oh yeah, the special checkered flag just made for this commemorative event here at the Orange County Speedway. Yeah, there you go. A little rooftop wiggle by Parker.
They gave him the name. They gave him the nameplate. Oh, that's cool. Hey Russell, if you're here, I found your comment. I know you tune into these live streams every once in a while. Alright, I'm going to, as tradition here on Bear Racing Live, we always do a cross-flagged question when we're about halfway through with the videos, and that is always, who do you guys want to be on the thumbnail for the next live stream? It's always like a mini, I treat it like a mini popularity contest. So I nominated 3 small block drivers who took track championships this year in 2024. Danny Tyler at Ackward, Lance Wilkes at Glen Ridge, and Chris Raby at Mohawk. If you're watching live, feel free to comment who you prefer. If you're watching the video, you can comment down below who you prefer. And I believe I already set up the, I sure did. Let me switch back to the screen. The screen. An official poll. So if you go to my community tab on YouTube, you can vote right here. So it's you can technically vote 3 times. I really don't care. And whoever has the most votes will be on the thumbnail of the live stream for next week, next Saturday. Like I said, I'm not sure which one I want to do. I have like a couple ideas on the whiteboard. I'm not sure which one I want to do first, so I'm probably going to save the Super DIRTcar Series stuff for January. I don't know. I do not know. But let's get back into this last highlights. What screen was it? Yeah, that one. This was the Monster Bash modified feature from Thunder Mountain. Was the weekend after Halloween this took place.
Cars. Are you ready for thunder in the mountains? It is about to go racing.
Oh, so I didn't watch these highlights or this race at all. So this is all initial reaction from me here. Tim Sears made the trip down. Then it looks like it's a lot of the weekly drivers from Thunder Mountain. Well, not Danny Creedon.
Higby trying to give the outside a run here. He's up alongside of Creedon. Creedon holds him off. Good side-by-side battle. Sears has taken over the 3rd spot from Holland, and Tim Sears is now 3rd. Halfway on the field. Halfway. Creedon gets up off the
a lot of lap cars in front of the leader.
But can't get a bite there. Higby right up on his bumper now. And Higby will squeeze underneath him.
Ooh, he's going to slam the door shut, and here comes Tim Sears Jr.
Creedon then pulls out of line again, but he'll tuck back in behind Paul Hemus. Has still turn 3. Danny Creedon putting a move on.
Here comes Sears taking second.
And that's important as Sears squeezes under Cody Higbee. Tim
Higbee
Sears
ripping the
down
lip.
on the bottom. Higbee way outside, and Sears is second. Faking. Aaron Smith has come out from the back. He's up to 7th. Lead and Holland trading paint there, and Lead. Holland gets back around him. And Alan Fink working on Lead. Here comes Sears back in on Creedon. 7 to go this time by. 7 laps to go, and Sears is right there.
For the lead.
Sears glued to his bumper. Now Creedon gets under Borgevich as Borgevich gives up the spot, and we have a yellow. Yellow is out with 7 to go, and it's a right rear flat for Eric Lee.
That ruined a good race.
Little bumper cars there, but everybody clean, and we are.
Well, maybe not yet.
Creedon down on the bottom, Sears up on the top. Higbee third, Sears trying to get a run on them. Creedon kind of shut him down by sliding up into the middle groove and goes right back to the bottom. Down the front they come. Danny Creedon trying to make the car as wide as he can. Down on the bottom, he gets a great run off at turn number 2 and opens up 1 car length. Green, white, checker. All right, here they come. Sears and Creedon.
All right, looks like we got a shootout to the finish.
Occupy the same spot on the track. That didn't work. Sears throws it in as hard as he can, trying to make the middle groove pay off. Creedon coming up the track. He'll lead him into turn 3. Alan Fink to third as he gets by Higbee. Off the corner, white flag is out. Creedon, Sears will throw it in, try to diamond the corner and go to the inside, but Creedon leads them off the corner.
Gonna move him, maybe?
2 turns. Creedon down to the bottom. Sears will go to the middle groove. There
Nope.
is nothing there. The yellow's out again.
Oh,
Here's the green coming out.
Oh, that's brutal.
Racing.
Single file
Final 2
restart?
laps. Creedon, Sears down
Okay.
on the bottom. Fink behind him. Higbee and Darren Smith side by side as Higbee continues to try the outside or the middle groove. Creedon brings him off a 4. White flag in hand. One more time around. Into 1 and 2. Creedon pulling away. 3 car lengths as they go down the back. Final 2 turns for Danny Creedon. Here's the double checkered flags. Danny
the
Creedon
DC
is
Express.
gonna win the Monster Bash on the mountain here at Thunder Mountain Speedway. Tim Sears is second, followed by Alan Fink, Cody Higbee, and Darren Smith. A heck of a run through lap traffic. Tim Sears gave him all he could handle. And he can hear you. He's out of the car. Let's hear it for Danny Creedon.
Really cool of Thunder Mountain to put this race on. This was not something that was originally scheduled on their 2024 schedule. And it was kind of like a last-minute addition because they're like, well, the weather's going to be nice, and there's no other races in the area. So they capitalized on it, and it was cool. Maybe if they do it again next year, maybe that's something for me to look into. In between, let me think, that was in between Eastern States and Charlotte. Yeah, in between those two. But yeah, good for them. And I'm starting to come around to sail panels as I'm getting older and wiser. I think they're really starting to grow on me. I don't know how I feel about that, but I think they're starting to look a little bit more sexier to me. That's all I got for this live stream, boys. A little bit of a low energy live stream. Like I said, I went through a lot last week, so I'm still recovering a little bit here on my end. Next week, I'm not sure really what the plan is going to be. We still have 4 highlights to catch up, but we're moving to Saturday, so maybe I'll do a little bit longer than an hour live stream. And like I said, I got some cool ideas on my whiteboard back there for to hold us over in the off season until we get back to March and April, where racing kicks back up again. Actually, I'm probably gonna have to come up with a couple more ideas because that's like not 3 months worth of ideas. Anyway, Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. It's really all I got. I'd say support your local, but we are in the winter time. In fact, my computer right now is telling me snow advisory, so I'm gonna have to get the shovels and the salt and all that out. I'm ready for tomorrow morning. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Subscribe for more. Like the live stream. Still got one more vlog, the last day of Charlotte. Hopefully I could get that out on Saturday this week. If not, maybe I'll do next Tuesday like I normally did. And then we're really into the off-season mode, the off-season antics. Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in and support your local.